not going to be able to do what he does with everybody else with me. It's just not going to happen. Let me tell you, I'm very smart too.
Llevaron a Márquez con 40 años. Lo llevaron pensando que después de noquear a Pacquiao, él ya estaría acabado. Se burló medio Estados Unidos. Pero lo que no sabían era que Márquez, esa noche, callaría la boca de todo el recinto.
Yo creo que arriba del cuadrilátero vamos a ver quién es más inteligente.
El 12 de octubre de 2013, Márquez llegaba con una victoria legendaria. Venía de noquear a Pacquiao y Timothy Bradley llegaba decidido a destruir al mexicano. Márquez ya superaba los 40 años, mientras que el norteamericano tenía apenas 30. Una diferencia de edad abismal. Supuestamente, era un veterano contra un joven en pleno crecimiento. Se disputaba el campeonato mundial de peso welter de la Organización Mundial de Boxeo. Y esto, señoras y señores, estaba lejos de ser un combate disparejo.
Bradley's blocked him pretty well. And that's a beautiful vintage uppercut by Marquez. Lead uppercut that he so successfully lands. And there he tries it again.
And it worked. It didn't catch him flush, but it worked. Bradley, as soon as he had hit, the Warrior comes out there. You notice he didn't take a step back. He took a step in after he got hit.
He didn't, Colonel. And there's another big left hook. And he's caught him a couple times with the uppercut and the hook so far left.
Alongside, glad to be working with all of these true sensational professionals. And
four jabs in succession.
4 jabs in a row. The 2 professionals in the ring are truly professionals as well. Timothy Bradley, and of course Juan Manuel Márquez.
Timothy Bradley coming out popping those jabs and then a nice left hook to start the second round.
Giving him more of that left shoulder. Dip, blast to the liver.
Giving him different looks.
Marquez staying disciplined to remain the counter-puncher.
Good left hook by Bradley.
Minute to go. Second round, Thomas and Mack loaded up the right, didn't quite connect. He got ripped to the body that time by Tip coming in. Another difficult round to score.
I don't think it is. I think Bradley's winning this clean.
Oh, I'm giving it to Bradley.
I agree, Marquez seems a little gun-shy to me in there right now.
You know, you get the feeling that he's trying to set something up.
Yes.
Trying to define what is he doing, where can I get him?
It's working, oh no! He got to the throw!
Corner, Bradley coming with a looping overhand right. And both letting the leather fly. Bites down on that mouthpiece and chooses to exchange, then that's when he can get into trouble.
But that's not how he's fought.
He caught Tim, but Tim's head was rolling. Larry's pointed that out, that it's not likely he'll change. Tim makes a miss again. Beautifully slips the punch.
He's rolling with the punches. It looks like he's getting hit, but he's rolling with them pretty well.
Still ends, which is what I believe.
I'm starting to feel the same way.
And Los Angeles, but basically those are your places where you get great referees in New Jersey as well. Stiff jab there.
He fights like this.
Would you rather take the Klitschko's money and fame, or would you want to listen to him get into brawls and please the public?
Well, but you know, that's the issue here, because certainly Marquez is not.
Combination of gray hair and Vaseline.
Oh, it's the Vaseline.
Mixed it up a little bit, but not much happened there in all honesty. The cheer Mexico goes up, reaches downstairs. Tim's got that washboard stomach, and a light blow to the body will not hurt him. Stiff jab to the forehead of Marquez. Another raking it. I know that isn't what Tim wants to do. It's certainly not what his opponent wants to do, but these guys are fighters. I think he's going to go after him soon. At least I would.
No, I think Bradley wants to win the fight.
Oh, no question, Larry.
Unlike, he has nothing.
Bradley's controlling these rounds, but at any moment, as we saw Marquez's last fight, it could change.
How quickly we saw in a round near this one. Downstairs he goes. Tim throws with him. Marquez opens up. They trade chins. Whoa! At the end, he's taunted him. He's taunted him. He's taunted him.
Into the rack.
Squared up a bit is Marquez, looking to throw his right hand, but it's wide as it's been all night. Tim in and out, in and out. The old Angelo Dundee style of hit, don't get hit.
And moving his head very well as he moves out.
Tim rolling and throwing that right hand and finding a home tonight.
Hasn't landed as many as he did in the last round at this stage.
Good lead right hand. Finally landed.
Very first time I see this guy wilt.
Right, and 40 years old.
When they're in their prime, they're punching as the openings develop.
There's another big counter right hand that Bradley's had success with all night.
See, Larry, you pointed out another thing, too, that's so true. Tim is doing a great job moving the head. Never coming straight in. Gets the angle. He stops, works his way back out, pulls out at an angle. Sets up in front of him now. Closing seconds of the 6th round. Marquez wants to try to catch him.
Two men in their prime and the potential barn burner. Experience of Marquez, of course.
It's the conditioning, Mario, sorry. It's the conditioning of a younger Marquez.
Yes.
This isn't the Marquez that did that. And don't forget, he is a warrior, and he's going to test Tim. He's frustrated right now. He wants Tim to mix it up and brawl with him.
He's starting to move forward gradually.
You had the best line. What was the fighter that said, you know, your mind's there, your brain tells you?
But we know how hard he trains and how professional Marquez is.
Remember, it's still a 40-year-old body that has been in 60 wars.
That's a lot.
For Pacquiao, I'm sorry, for Bradley, he didn't want to go to China to fight Pacquiao.
And maybe not open up that story anymore.
All right, here we go, round 8. Bradley with his back to you. That's Juan Manuel Márquez stopping up, as I've said a couple of times in Las Vegas, pick up a paycheck and thumb his way up to Canastota, New York. Michael Moore winning every round.
And what George did was trap him. He was setting a trap to land that big punch. So now you have to start thinking in terms of, is Marquez capable of setting a trap and changing the course of the fight with one punch?
Well, I think he is capable of it. I mean, mind-wise, but I don't know if he's able to do it physically. You know, with George is different because George throws clubbing punches at a heavyweight his size. The last thing to go is the punch. And George, with one punch, could stop anybody.
And he has to create the opportunity, and Bradley's not giving him the opportunity to create it.
Well, we don't see some consistent pattern. He's changed up. He can't. He's admitted, Marquez, that he saw a tell.
Well,
Almost like he's getting frustrated in there a little bit.
You're right, Dickinson. He's very frustrated. Therefore, he's going after him. He's got this guy figured out tonight.
It's a nice left hook by Marquez.
All he has to do is box.
Barely missing with that uppercut.
He's thrown some Malaysian punches, and he missed them, or Tim rolls with him. So he hasn't hurt Tim at all. Neither fighter down, neither fighter shaken. Nobody bloody. Toughness on the face of Marquez. Tim hasn't been touched virtually, and the fight continues. Marquez being aggressive here in the 9th round.
A nice uppercut. There it is again, and a nice hook by Marquez. This is definitely his best round of the fight.
He wins
and a
this
nice
round.
right hand.
He hurt him. He hurt Tim. His legs are a little loose in the knees. Tim is in such great shape.
He's got to fight, gentlemen.
There's the brawl you wanted. Here he comes. He nails him. Marquez, I thought he was off balance and maybe would go down. I've got a 98-92 going to the real championship rounds.
Kevin Iole
from Yahoo.
Yeah, from Yahoo, and Dan Rignell from ESPN Sports have it 96-94 Bradley.
So they have it a little closer, but like we said,
but they're talking to each other. Back there in press row, no, they shoot the breeze back and forth.
I respect
These judges
I respect their view.
I do too. I absolutely do. The best journalists in the world. I sit down with Dan Raphael before every fight, and Kevin Iole and I sit in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame together, so I respect them a lot. And that's why I said it wouldn't surprise me if it were even or the other way. Doesn't surprise me. This is the way I see it. And I'm not backing up on it. Had to try and cut him off all the time, try and catch up with him, and counter him early. Bradley doesn't look great right now, I'll tell you.
He actually looks a little winded. The mouth is a little open, and maybe it's being on his bicycle all night, but a young Marquez would make this really interesting right now, but does he have enough in the tank to maybe close it out strong these next couple rounds? Or round and a half, rather.
"20 seconds to go. The Mexico chants go up. Obviously, they believe, as does Dan Raphael and Kevin Iole, that their man is ahead. We'll find out.
And he didn't try to win the last round and wound up losing the fight. And that was De La Hoya against Trinidad.
Yes.
Great example, Larry.
Gil Clancy told me that it was the greatest mistake of his life not to tell him to go out to win the last round. And Bradley has been trying to defend his title rather than to win it in these last rounds.
You got hooked again. Marquez on the assault, trying to catch him. Don't let him take it away from you, in case the judges have it a whole lot closer than we do. And Marquez is winning this round, but it's not too late, Timothy. Go after him. Because I'll tell you this, Marquez doesn't have the same power in this round that Providnikov had in the final round of their fight. I guarantee you that, folks.
No, that's for a fact. And Providnikov was letting his hands go, and he was a busy fighter, and he was overwhelming Bradley. That hasn't been the case tonight.
See, Mario, he's got all the right intentions, but he's still missing. See that?
Yeah, he hasn't landed one of those big haymakers, even partially.
15 seconds to go.
He's had his moments, and I still think he's done enough to win this round.
All right, here they go. They class him, and he almost dropped it. How about that? Don't put your hands down. He almost dropped it.
Will that punch win him the round?
I'd give it to him.
And the fight.
To the winner by split decision, and still WBO welterweight champion of the world from Palm Springs, California, USA, Timothy